Florida fans, please do not take this the wrong way, what I'm about to say. But let's just be honest. Can we just slow down on the DJ Lagway hype? I be seeing y'all everywhere on X, Instagram, talking about DJ Lagway for Heisman. Every time a good receiver enters the transfer portal, y'all one of the first fan bases in the comment section talking about some Comcast passes from DJ Lagway. Like, look, I'm not denying that DJ Lagway had a very good true freshman campaign. Balled out against Ole Miss and LSU, led you to back-to-back wins against ranked teams for the first time in a few years. But I feel like DJ Lagway isn't going to take the massive leap that Gators fans are expecting him to take in 2025. I'm not expecting from DJ Lagway to go from what he was as a true freshman to becoming one of the best quarterbacks in college football. I feel for DJ Lagway, this season coming up, he'll be one of the better quarterbacks in the SEC, but he won't be a Heisman contender, and he won't have Florida competing for a spot in the SEC title or in the college football playoffs. I believe Florida as a whole, along with DJ Lagway, is at least one more year away from being in that conversation where we're talking about Florida being able to win the SEC championship. We're talking about Florida not only being able to be a playoff team, but being able to be a national championship team. I just think for DJ Lagway, for him to take that jump from being what he was as a true freshman to becoming a Heisman contender, he's just at least one more year away. I expect for him to have a really productive season in 2025. But all I'm saying is that most quarterbacks in their second season, they don't immediately become a Heisman finalist. Most of the times it happens during their third season. Now, some of y'all are probably going to use Lenore Sellers at South Carolina as an example, but you got to remember, Lenore Sellers was a redshirt freshman this past season. He sat out the entirety of his true freshman season. So this is going to be his third season. DJ Lagway kind of has the same skill set and the same physique as what Lenore Sellers has. And DJ Lagway last year, as good as what he played at times, he wasn't perfect. His pocket presence still needs a lot of work. He needs to get a little bit more confident at throwing the ball from within the pocket. Sometimes he can be a little bit too quick to bail out of the pocket. He has to get way more accurate. There are times when he struggled to make the easy throws. Guys he was overthrowing when they were just 5 yards downfield. As good as how DJ Lagway played, Florida fans don't talk about some of the struggles that he had as a true freshman. They'll make you believe that this dude was one of the best true freshman quarterbacks in the history of college football. Like, DJ Lagway had a really good true freshman season. But I think we got to temper their expectations just a little bit, a tad, when it comes to DJ Lagway, because what a lot of the fan bases will do is that they will have a lot of hype for a quarterback coming into the season, and then if he doesn't live up to it, although he does have a lot of potential, people will start to turn on him, i.e. Drew Aller. Drew Aller, going into his third season next year, should be balling out in 2025. This year, he showed a lot of improvement compared to what he was, the year prior. But DJ Lagway, with how he looked his true freshman season, he still showed that he has a lot of room to improve, a lot of room to grow. And I really don't expect for him to be in that Heisman conversation, to have Florida competing for a spot in the CFP or the SEC title until he gets into year 3. And year 3 for DJ Lagway is going to be one of the best seasons that Florida is going to have since Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow were down in Gainesville, because you got a lot of other players that, like DJ Lagway, stepped up during their freshman years, because a large reason why Florida was willing to give Billy Napier another year and why they didn't want to can him so early was because a good majority of their NIL money is tied into these underclassmen. And with how well they played under Billy Napier last year, within another year or two, they become juniors, they become upperclassmen. You have a team that is ready to roll, that's ready to get back to that national spotlight. So I'm a believer in DJ Lagway. I'm not saying that he's going to be garbage. I'm trying to be as honest as possible, but not trying to trash him, because I'm not trying to trash him. He's really good. I could see y'all beating Miami this year with DJ Lagway, just being honest. But I'm not going to come out here and just anoint him as the next best thing since sliced bread going into his second season. If I had to give you a prediction on what I think DJ Lagway's stat line is going to be this season, I'll say he probably throws for 2,800 passing yards, 19 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, and he has about 500 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns to go along with that. I think that would be a really good season for DJ Lagway in year 2, and that would be a tremendous leap from where he was last season. And then going into year 3, you end up building him up for a season where then the Heisman hype would be warranted. Then the national championship, the SEC title aspirations will be warranted. But I just think that Florida fans are kind of putting too much stock into DJ Lagway in 2025 that is now starting to become a little bit unrealistic. You know, I already got homies that are telling me that they're betting a lot of money on DJ Lagway to win Heisman this year. I just think that the expectations need to be tempered a little bit, because if he ends up struggling and then people end up turning on him, we're going to go back to, you know, these off-season overly ambitious expectations that were just too much for him because they were just unrealistic for somebody that's just so early into his career to have.